6 days ago, GTA 6 announced that they will not be making a physical version of this game ever, and it only took those 6 days for Sony to feel comfortable announcing that they, company-wide, will no longer be making physical games ever after 2028. This is massively anti-consumerist behavior. The only side who wins when they get rid of physical games is the corporation. You get nothing for that. We lose things for that, but the corporation gets more money. You're not going to get cheaper games, you're not going to get more well-made games, you're not going to get more games. We just get less access. Sony gets to completely zero out every single cost related to producing, manufacturing, and shipping physical games media, and we are going to see none of that reflected in the prices. We're actually probably just going to see prices go up because, again, GTA 6 is $80 standard edition at launch, so how long until that's just the standard edition price of a AAA game? In just the last 2 months, I have played Resident Evil 9, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Silent Hill F, Doom the Dark Ages, I have Resident Evil 4 Remake on deck ready to go. I'm going through Resident Evil phase, and I have Directive 8020 ready to pick up. There's $340 worth of games that I've had access to for $0. You know why? Because I checked them out from my local library, which you can do when it's a physical game disc. Also, yeah, your local library probably has video games. You should go check that out. In a scenario where there are no physical game discs, say goodbye to ever borrowing and lending games from a local library or from your friends. Say goodbye to reselling your games, to buying used games. The only way you will ever play a game is if you personally purchase the game directly from Sony at full price or a sale occasionally that they control. This is anti-consumerist behavior. You lose on this. Sony wins. It's not like none of us have seen this coming down the pipeline, but this is bullshit. Why did I have to pay more money at launch to buy a PS5 that even had a disc drive? Because they want to phase out physical games. The next gen of PlayStation will not have a disc drive. What's the point? Sony doesn't make discs anymore, which also means you will not be playing any of your older games on that system, which means they can resell you digital copies of them because you can no longer play the physical media you already purchased. Not even to get into the idea that buying a digital game does not mean you own it. It means you are buying a license to play that game, a license that ostensibly could be removed by Sony whenever they feel like it. Take it away, change it, whatever. If you have a Kindle and you read ebooks, you know this is something that Amazon does. They will change the book that is in your Kindle that you purchased because you don't actually own the book. You own a license to read it from Amazon. Nobody wins here except the companies. This is massively anti-consumerist behavior that they're going to try to sell us as a matter of convenience. They just want to make sure that they wring every single penny out of every single individual player. I am not looking forward to Microsoft inevitably announcing that they're doing the same thing, but they are certainly watching the reaction to this to determine when and how they're going to tell us. I really can't believe it only took 6 days from one game announcing this to an entire AAA company. This sucks.
Very eloquently said. Like, it's so bad that these companies are pretty much shooting themselves in the foot just to grab an extra buck. And it's just pathetic. And I love how they use the excuse of like the shifting of consumer preferences as an excuse to make such an extreme decision to just completely take away a means of media. And like, just because, like, come on. Like, it's very clearly like you're trying to scrap up as much money as you can. Which is not surprising considering that their recent losses with their new game ventures. And the fact that they're not even giving you like the full digital game itself. They're only giving you a license. That's like the most ridiculous, most scammy aspect of the whole thing. It's like they want people. They're actively encouraging their audience to potentially pirate their games. Like, they just want people to pirate their games at this point. They want to steal their games because they're going to feel like they're basically stealing for them legally. And I also read, I think, some articles saying that there are people who are planning to, making or enacting class action lawsuits against Sony for this whole thing. Because of this basic ability for them to just potentially sell them something that's not even guaranteed for you to you don't own it. You might potentially lose it due to legal constraints or, legal technicalities, I guess. Something that you could potentially lose or damage, and you might lose it forever. Like if you lose the license or you lose the licenses for all your games, you'll lose them forever. They can take away everything from your gamer account. If you lose your account, it's gone forever. Like, this is just a screw up. Like, one after another. Like, what? Do they just see green? Like, why are you sabotaging your own, like, consumer base, fan base, even more so than you already have? Oh yeah, and like, what's gonna happen to like all the gaming stores following this whole disaster? Like, they're going to lose a significant amount of products to sell. Like, people are not going to buy their near $1,000 like PlayStation consoles. I think the new ones specifically like will go over $1,000. People are not going to be as reluctant to buy that, with the added bonus of like, you can't buy the physical games anymore. You have to buy it on the PlayStation like little personal shop app or shop icon section. Like, you have to buy it on the digital space format of the digital space of the game, the gaming console itself. Like, you can only buy it digitally. Like, you're just reducing potential profits from these gaming stores. And then what's left? You're going to have t-shirts, figurines, plushies, accessories that people are not going to buy in bulk. Like, the unemployed are not going to be happy about this.